Hello YouTube, this is iPod App and Game Helper here, and I'm bringing you a Windows program that I've created that helps you to write themes for your, or not write themes, but create themes for your iPod Touch or iPhone. And your iPod Touch or iPhone make themes has to be jailbroken. You can also submit these themes to Cydia when you're done or whatever. So let's start with our icons, because I'm going to show you the basics of making a theme first off. Your icons need to be around 60 by 60 for the dimensions. And they're going to need to be PNG files along with the rest of your images. And you're going to want to name it the app name that you want this icon to replace, because all apps have a default icon, but you want to make them nicer or something. And you can either make these icons or you can get them from the internet. It doesn't really matter. So now I'm going to show you the wallpapers. These all need to be 320 by 480 in dimensions, and if they're not, they won't work. And they also need to be PNG files. You can name them whatever you want, it doesn't really matter. And then you need a default wallpaper. This can be one of those images or a different image, it doesn't really matter. You're going to need a lock wallpaper. This is also going to need to be 320 by 480 in dimensions, and it also needs to be a PNG. Okay, now let's do your batteries. Your batteries, you're going to want to have dimensions of 264 by like 130. It doesn't really have to be like exact. Whatever, but you do need 17 images, and they need to be named like this. Battery background, which would be battery BG underscore 1.png, battery BG underscore 2.png, etc., 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 all the way up to 17, and you need exactly 17 of them. Okay, and now we're going to do our sliders. You're going to need 3 sliders if you want to do sliders. And you need a call slider, a lock slider, and a power slider. And all of these need about a height of around 40 pixels. And the width should be somewhere under 100 to make it look good. It can be like 20 to 100. Just don't make it like 300 or else it'll fill up the whole thing and it'll be completely useless. Okay, your sounds would be CAF format, or well, AIF format or CAF format. It really doesn't matter which one you use. They need to be specific names like lock.caf, mailsent.caf, and the iPhone will automatically play these on those events. So now let's start with the program to make your theme. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by naming my theme, and I'm just going to call it Guns, because I made a Guns theme earlier. Oh yeah, I'm going to call it Guns 2, so I don't overwrite it later on. Okay, now I need to import my wallpapers from my folder, which would be up here called Wallpapers 2. So I want to get that, and I just want to go in, select Wallpapers 2. Now, say I was to create the theme right now, it wouldn't work with the wallpapers because I haven't selected a default theme. So, or wallpaper, sorry. So I'm going to go down and I'm going to select this wallpaper. Okay, I got it now. Hit open. Now I needed to import the icons from my icons folder. I've scaled down the icons so it doesn't take as long to load, so I only have like 10 icons instead of 1,000. So here's my icons folder. Hit OK. I want to import my battery photos from the batteries. And I want to select all my, my sounds. I'm going to import them from my sounds. And I need to select my power down slider. So I'm going to go to my sliders folder. I want to select the power slider. Select my call slider. Just select that. Select my lock screen slider. And I can select that. Oh yeah, another thing about these sliders, they can be whatever you want to call them. Just call them by those names to make it easier on yourself when you're going into the program to add them. Okay, so now you're going to want to select your lock screen background. And that would be for me on my desktop. I'm going to go and I'm going to find it. Here it is. open. You can also delete the things in here or delete them all to delete a whole section. For these ones, if you make a mistake, just select the right one for like select power down site or lock screen or whatever. There's also a help me out section, which will help you out. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna create the theme. It's gonna ask me where I want to save it. So I want to save it to my desktop because I'm just gonna save everything to my desktop. So I'm just gonna select that and hit OK. And it will make the folder on my desktop, which would be right here. It'll have everything set up. It'll create a wallpaper.html file for me. It'll copy all my sounds into here. It'll rename my, or it won't rename my batteries. It'll rename these so they're right. Those were the sliders. It does everything for me basically that I wouldn't want to do. It makes the process a little bit easier for people who've never done it. I mean, it's still going to take a while to make a theme because you still have to get all the images and do all the work on the images, but I think it makes it easier to make themes now. So I'm going to cut this. I'm going to start the program that lets me see my phone on my computer so I don't have to take a video camera to it. Okay, so I'm just going to cut this clip and I'll start another one.